So what's up guys, it's day 3 now. I'm gonna do TwoSum question again Z sharp, but if you guys would wanna get an update in maybe Python or something, that would be okay as well. So just diving into the question. So given an array of integers, nums, and an integer target, return the indices I and j such that nums I and j is equal to the target and I is not equal to j. You may assume that every input has one pair of indices that satisfy the condition. Okay. So 0 and 1 returns that, so you wanna... Okay. Oopsie. Just edit this stuff out anyway. Cool, so with the question, it wants us to say, so the notes we got, yeah, so far. 1, you get an array. 2, okay, I get an array of integers. 2, an integer target turns indices. So we want to return the indices of what numbers add up to equal target. I give me lowercase, doesn't give me lowercase, cannot be equal to j. Just keep. So I cannot be equal to j. Let me sip my coffee first, whatever. The only thing I'm thinking about is that, yeah, cool, you could do a for loop and loop through every little thing, doing it, but for example, like 10, if you 0 into, so construct is quite interesting, so it's going to be more than 2 time complexity of n. So since we want a time complexity of O(n), this means that you cannot have 2 for loops like a rookie. That's basically what they're saying to me, because they're calling me a rookie. I'm not really too happy. So ideally we want to know what we've visited. So can it use like a dictionary? really hate these type of questions, even though it's easy. It's just like, yeah, but let's go. Okay, so if I was to, cause someone told me to pseudocode. So let's just say this. Public. So you want to return indices. So I guess public in array, and then we're gonna say like, let's make this a bit smaller. Public. Oh, why do we have this? Go away. Yeah, no, that is so ugly. Okay, public in TwoSum. And let's say, what do you expect us to have? Int nums in target. Cool. Nums in target. Okay. So so since we want O of n time complexity, this means we can only loop through once. So I'd say dictionary. I have no idea how to spell this. In visited equals new dictionary in okay. So we do that. What are we adding? So I cannot equal j and nums I plus nums just gonna have to equal to the target. So for in I equals 0, I is less than the length of the array, and then I plus plus. So in here, we're gonna say, can we just use that condition? If I is not equal to j, and nums I plus nums j is equal to the target, return new int array, because we want to have that little cheeky 0, 1. New int array, I think it's like this. IJ else want to add it to the visited. Add it to the visited. So what does it look like? Let's do some defensive coding. If visited does not contain IJ, then we can say like visited.add IJ. Okay, that's enough pseudo code for me. Let's have a go. Public static and some length. Why don't you have this? Is a capital L? Yeah, also they can't do that. That's interesting because how are you going to get O of n if J doesn't exist? Huh. Okay, so I think I've done a bit of research. So visited is not really a good name. So we're just gonna say difference, because we want to find a difference of it. So we are saying so we want to find the diff. It's going to be equal to the target we get minus nums of I. So it's going to find it, and if the difference dictionary contains a diff, then we are going to say we can return diff and I. So that's gonna be like as shown in the sample, like 0 and 1. See that GitHub's type. I'm going wrong though. Yeah, like 0, 1 and That's gonna be alright. If the difference does not exist, then we are going to say it does not contain that. Then we're gonna say, yeah, exactly that. And then just to test out some edge cases. Just in case not, we get nothing in it. 0. Okay, let's test if this works. What was the example again? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let me just show you guys what's happening. So I'm just get 0 and 1. Difference is 4. Does it contain 4? Yeah, it does. Look, that worked, because it just returned it. Okay. It's fine, I think that works fine. Just see what happens. When we go and submit it. Passes. Please, 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 please. Yes, it worked. Alright, see you in day 4 then.